For nearly 5 decades, Voyager 1 has been steadily drifting away from Earth, venturing further into the vast interstellar unknown. Having long passed the heliopause, the boundary where the Sun's influence ends, it was expected to continue its solitary journey into the void of space, its signals slowly fading until they too disappeared. For all intents and purposes, Voyager 1 was meant to drift forever in the endless dark. But then something unexpected happened. NASA's Deep Space Network, which has been monitoring the spacecraft, suddenly received a set of highly anomalous data signals that didn't match anything Voyager 1 had ever sent before. The data suggested that something was subtly altering Voyager 1's trajectory, throwing off its carefully calculated path. Voyager 1 had long passed the influence of any known gravitational forces. There were no nearby celestial bodies, no planets, no stars, that could have had any significant effect on its motion. Yet, the spacecraft's course had shifted in a way that defied explanation. At first, NASA engineers thought it was a glitch, perhaps a malfunction in the spacecraft's aging systems. However, after conducting extensive diagnostics, everything appeared to be functioning as it should. So, if Voyager 1 wasn't malfunctioning, then what could be causing this unexplained deviation in its path? Had it encountered a gravitational force that we didn't yet understand? Could it be interacting with something hidden in the vastness of space, something we didn't know existed, like a rogue planet or even a primordial black hole? Or was there something else out there, something we couldn't see or comprehend, something watching, waiting, silently observing? As NASA scrambled to make sense of the situation, they began to focus on the radio signals Voyager 1 was receiving. What they uncovered only deepened the mystery. The spacecraft had been transmitting data back to Earth using ultra-weak radio waves that had traveled billions of miles. Despite the immense distance, buried within the usual background noise, NASA detected a pattern. But this wasn't just static or random interference. It was a sequence, a repeating series of signals, eerily similar to the rhythms of coded transmissions. This was unlike anything previously detected in the cosmos. Pulsars, quasars, and other celestial phenomena emit electromagnetic signals, but none of them follow structured, repeating patterns like these signals from Voyager 1. Could this be an unknown celestial phenomenon? Or was it something deliberate, a message, perhaps? If it was a message, the question remained, who, or what, was sending it? And more importantly, why now? Could it be that Voyager 1 had drifted into a region of space controlled by something else? Had it been noticed, its presence acknowledged? Then, as if to deepen the mystery even further, came another alarming discovery. Voyager 1's instruments had detected something massive, lurking in the depths of space. At first, this seemed impossible. The spacecraft had already passed beyond the reach of known celestial bodies. It was supposed to be in the great emptiness of interstellar space, where no large object could affect its path. But the data suggested otherwise. Something massive was nearby, close enough to disrupt the spacecraft's movement. The problem? This object wasn't emitting any visible light. It was completely invisible to conventional detection methods. Yet, its gravitational pull was undeniable. What could it be? A rogue planet, wandering through the cosmos without a host star. A dark matter object that defies our current understanding of physics. Or perhaps a primordial black hole, an ancient remnant from the dawn of the universe. Or, could it be something else entirely, something we have no scientific framework for, something that lies outside the realm of our current comprehension? And then came the most unsettling piece of evidence. Voyager 1 sent back a batch of data that included an unusual moment, an odd turning motion of the spacecraft, as though it was responding to something nearby. Was this a random mechanical shift, or was Voyager 1 reacting to something we couldn't detect? Had the spacecraft sensed something out there, something invisible to us? As NASA continued to pore over the data, another theory began to emerge. What if Voyager 1 wasn't just detecting an object, but was being deliberately interfered with? The repeating signals, the sudden change in trajectory, the gravitational anomalies, they all pointed to one unsettling possibility. Voyager 1 had entered a region of space where something, perhaps even something intelligent, was already present. If that was true, then could Voyager 1 have encountered an advanced alien civilization? Or, perhaps, the remnants of one, an ancient race, long forgotten, still lingering in the vastness of space. The thought was staggering. If Voyager 1 had encountered something, what did that mean for us? After all, Voyager 1 carries the golden record, a message to any intelligent life that might find it. This record contains sounds, images, and mathematical formulas, all designed to convey a message about humanity's existence and the place we occupy in the universe. Had that message finally been received? And if so, was the entity that received it friendly, or had we unwittingly exposed our location to something far more advanced and far more dangerous than we could ever imagine? NASA scientists were now racing against time, trying to decipher the latest transmissions from Voyager 1 before the spacecraft's power eventually ran out. Yet just when they thought they had a grasp on things, Voyager 1 sent one final, unexpected transmission, a burst of data lasting exactly 4 minutes and 33 seconds. At first glance, this seemed like a standard telemetry report. But when examined more closely, something stood out, something impossible. The signal contained anomalies, data that didn't match Voyager 1's standard operating systems. It was as though someone, or something, had altered the transmission, injecting information that had never been programmed into the spacecraft's systems. Even more disturbing, after sending this strange transmission, Voyager 1 fell silent. For the first time in decades, the spacecraft ceased transmitting. Had it been intercepted? Had something disabled its ability to communicate with Earth? When the transmission finally resumed, Voyager 1 continued on its journey, as if nothing had happened. But the 4-minute gap in communication remains unexplained, and scientists are baffled by it. Could this anomaly be an encoded message, an intelligent response from an entity far beyond our understanding? Or had Voyager 1 simply malfunctioned? But the mystery didn't end there. As scientists reanalyzed Voyager 1's trajectory, they made an even more unsettling discovery. The last known coordinates of the spacecraft no longer aligned with where it was supposed to be. Voyager 1 was no longer following its predicted path. Something had altered its course. But this wasn't the only anomaly. A secondary gravitational disturbance was now being detected, something that hadn't been there before. It was as if something was following Voyager 1, traveling behind it in space. Could this be a coincidence, or was it possible that the spacecraft had attracted the attention of an unknown force, an intelligence? Was Voyager 1 no longer drifting alone? Some theorists speculated that the repeating signals earlier detected could have been a deliberate response to Voyager 1's presence. If that's the case, then something or someone had noticed the spacecraft. It had drawn attention. And if something was indeed following it, then what does that mean for the spacecraft's journey? NASA has no means of altering or halting Voyager 1's path. The spacecraft will continue its journey through interstellar space, perhaps for millions of years. But if something is following it, if an intelligence is actively observing it, then we may have unwittingly led them straight to Earth. For nearly 50 years, Voyager 1 has been exploring the cosmos, revealing secrets about the universe we never could have imagined. But this new discovery, anomalous signals, unexplained trajectory changes, and the eerie suggestion that something is following the spacecraft, has left scientists with more questions than answers. If Voyager 1 has truly made first contact, then we may have just witnessed an encounter of cosmic proportions without even realizing it. And the most unsettling thought of all is this: if something is indeed following Voyager 1, where is it headed? And when will it arrive? For now, Voyager 1 continues its quiet journey, transmitting data as its power slowly fades. Eventually, the spacecraft will go silent, drifting through the cosmic abyss for eternity. But if something has intercepted the spacecraft, if an intelligence is now tracking its every move, we may have just unwittingly opened a door to something far beyond our understanding. And if they are following Voyager 1, how long until they follow its path, all the way back to the place it began, from Earth?